Hi, everyone, and welcome back to JSA TV, where we're coming to you today live from the floor of PTC 2026 here in beautiful Waikiki, Hawaii. And I am Barb Mitchell, and I'm happy to be joined today by Elena Winters, who's the Vice President of International Business at Elea Data Centers. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. And PTC's been busy, but also we were talking about a little fortuitous. We had a chance to talk earlier this morning on the way over.
Shared a cab ride over serendipitously.
Yeah, just happened to be there heading to the same interview. But tell me about the week so far for you, and some of those other great conversations, great moments that you've been able to experience.
Yeah, I mean, PTC is such an incredible event. It's the largest event that I think this industry has globally, right? This year, almost 10,000 people are here.
10,000.
Which is crazy. There's an influx of capital partners here. There's energy. So it just continues to grow. I think probably I'm pitching PTC for them,
right.
But what started as like the telecommunications space, right, has just grown. And so it's really incredible to see. But it's such a great opportunity to run into different people, globally again, old faces from different companies. So I love PTC. It's a chance to see a lot of good people.
And you're right, as the ecosystem expands, that the audience here expands in the same way, and it brings all those people together for a week of good meetings and conversation.
Great meetings, conversations, lots of news, breaking kind of projects that are coming out. I think a lot of people end up writing a lot of business for the year at this conference.
Definitely.
So it's super important.
So let's talk about you. Enough about PTC.
Yeah.
So you moved into your new role in December, right?
Yes. December 1st was my first day with Elea.
Yeah.
I am coming from the buy side where I've been for 15 years. I worked at Meta previously, where I was on the network side investments organization, focused specifically on the LATAM market. And before that, I was with Oracle and Microsoft. So I'm coming from the hyperscaler world. But really excited to take this leap and get some revenue generating experience. And Elea is a company that I've known now for 5 years. I really enjoyed the leadership team there, and so I was really excited about the opportunity.
So what are you going to tackle first? Is that a big question?
Yeah. So we're a brand new sales organization from the international business side. We just brought on Ana Franco. She's our director of international business. She came over from Infrastructure Masons, where she was there for a year. Prior to that, she was with Kio. So she's really like the commercial strength. She's awesome. We have 9 operational facilities in 6 metros that we're targeting right now, but the biggest that we're really focused on is growth in Sao Paulo and Rio AI City. This is our flagship. This is 1.5 gigawatts of capacity with growth of potential up to 3.2. Those are huge numbers for LATAM. So we're really excited about that. There's been a lot of interest, and we're just really excited about really focusing there. And we started as this ecosystem interconnection player, and we still really harvest and ensure that is maintained and the scale and growth there for the ecosystem is maintained. But now we're starting to see this growth around those initial interconnection locations. So ideally the hyperscaler has the opportunity to have their interconnection points and then be able to scale with computer AI workload after that.
So let's talk a bit more. You mentioned Rio AI City, and obviously that's an important part of the Elea growth plan. But let's talk specifically about that and how that is so pivotal to your international growth.
Yeah, so for us, it's a huge opportunity for hyperscalers to take advantage of the renewable resources that Brazil has to offer. We're a 100% renewable green energy company. And so Rio AI City just really opens that door, and it's really designed and tailored to supporting large-scale AI workloads. There's a lot that still needs to happen. I just want to call attention to Redata. This is the tax reform that Elea Data Centers has been working really closely with another coalition of data center operators, but we're getting information back on whether this will be passed into an official law at the end of February. So there's pipeline
huge
of
advantage there.
Huge advantage. This reduces the tax implication on imported IT equipment from 53% to zero. So it's really, really huge.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's has to happen. It's definitely an emergency situation, but I think growth will continue to happen in the market, but obviously with Redata passing, this would really open the doors for hyperscalers to come down. And we see Rio AI City specifically. I mean, these are huge numbers that we haven't seen out of the region yet. So we see it as a opportunity for people to come in right away.
And I can't help but think with all this in ahead, all this growth that you have planned, and what you're seeing. One of the pressures that people feel sometimes is the how do you have the people in place to do that? And so I know you mentioned some changes, obviously your role and others, but what else? What are you looking at when you think about building out the broader team, your new team?
Yeah, I think, excuse me, one thing that I think we're really focused on with Elea and with me coming on from the hyperscale side is we bring a perspective of, what hyperscalers have to go through in their site selection process. There's constant shifting priorities, that these buyers are going through, and making sure that, when I was at least on that side, I wanted to understand what capacity was available, where, when, how quickly can build happen. Is critical infrastructure on site? Has capital been improved? And so these are questions that I'm bringing answers to when I'm meeting with these hyperscalers, right? I want to make sure that they're armed with as much information as possible to help them make an educated decision. But and so I think with me coming on board and Anna, and we'll continue to build out the international group, there's just like a very customer focus mindset, I think, that we're taking.
Yeah. And I believe that when we had been chatting earlier, I learned from you about some of the initiatives around really growing it's a bit of a shift in conversation maybe, but growing the female leadership on Elea, which is something, sustainability, building the workforce, but also balancing out that, the female leaders. So.
Yeah. So Elea has huge initiatives from, a diversity perspective. We hope to have 42% female leadership by 2029. And right now we're at about 35%.
That's fantastic.
Which is huge. And it's huge for LATAM. Not only is the international side of the company women leaders, but also our national sales team as well. We have amazing women as our chief business officer, if you will, who handles all of like the real estate and supply chain transactions. So we have an amazing group, and it just really says a lot for the company and the leadership that there is a focus still on this, with shifting priorities for DEI and some of the other areas of the world.
Yeah, right. So PTC I feel like we're kind of in the middle of it, although it feels like it's been going on for weeks.
Yeah.
But what are you looking forward to most once, you've had a chance to wrap up this week and get back and sort of dig into the rest of the year, considering we're still at the very beginning of 2026.
We're still at the beginning. It feels like I've lived 1,000 lives.
Right.
I'm sure everybody feels that way. I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, coming in the past few months, was really meeting with as many customers as I can, and establishing the face-to-face connection. But I'm really excited to get back, and I come from a technical background, so I really am happy to dive into all of our sites and continue to learn more about capabilities, the critical infrastructure, who we're partnering with there. Liquid cooling opportunities. So I think more technical. I'm really excited about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to, I'm sure we'll see you throughout the year at various things, but if not, we'll see you here again next year. You can tell us all about how your first year,
how it's changed, lessons learned, probably.
You'll be like, I thought I was going to do this. I actually did this.
And it'll be like the interview you see of your younger self,
right?
Where you're like cringe.
You'll be like, I was so naive.
Yes, right.
Then. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It'll be a great year, though. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and we're excited to kind of follow your path here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
we
for
really
having
appreciate
me.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you to our viewers for tuning in to JSA TV, where we're coming to you today live from the floor of PTC 2026. Until next time.